Hey everyone, this is John Funk,
And I'm Tanya Hart coming to you straight from Hollywood.
where stories are made.
And history becomes a big moment all of the time. Welcome. I hope you stay with us. I hope you subscribe because you don't want to miss any of this.
This is a Hollywood moment. I'm John Funk, and I'm a longtime producer, writer, creative executive here based near Hollywood and Highland. I started my career as a PA for Tom Cruise, and I crewed on films like We're the Millers, A Star is Born, and most recently, Roses on the Vine. And this is my associate.
Tanya Hart here, and I'm looking at that Roses on the Vine poster behind John. It's very important for both of us because John pulled me into that film, and I actually didn't end up on the editing room floor, which I'm so excited about.
Me
Um,
too.
anyway, I'm Tanya Hart, and I've been here in Hollywood for a very long time at this point. I can't even, the years go by really fast, but we've done a lot of things. Actually came to start BET's West Coast operation and went from there to Disney with Hollywood Records, and from there to E Entertainment Television, and then to American Urban Radio Networks, and worked for most of the networks at some point or another, doing entertainment news over the years.
You're an Emmy winner. And one of my favorite projects was your interview with Tupac, which I thought was iconic and one of my favorite Tupac interviews.
Well, it was his very first interview that he ever did with anybody. And it was one of those moments in time where you sometimes you capture a magic moment. That was a magic moment that has lasted all of these years. We're talking 30 plus years now. Um, and people still talk about it. It's still being played. It turned into a documentary, which also won an Oscar nomination, Tupac Resurrection. It was most recently reinvented in Dear Mama.
Uh-huh.
Dear Mama.
Uh-huh.
So that's out now. You can see that, and basically it's the whole Tupac interviews. And so,
You
uh,
did a great job, I thought.
thank you. I mean, but it's something that has stood the test of time.
We know each other from when I worked for Mr. Freeze, and Tanya was one of my favorite members of the Caucus for Producers, Writers, and Directors, which was started by, I believe, by Norman Lear. And Mr. Freeze was the chair emeritus when I worked with him. And so I know Tanya through the caucus, which raised, $3 million for film students at, I believe it was Emerson College. Um,
Everywhere. There were several colleges all over the country, really. They had to apply, but $3 million is a good number and a big number.
Can we talk real quick about the podcast that you and I produced?
It's a really good one. It is. It's about Bessie Coleman, the first Black and Native woman to get a pilot's license. And this was back in 1921 when most people in the world didn't even know what an airplane was. So the podcast is it's based on the IP of one of Philip Hart's books about Bessie Coleman. And it really tells the story. It's a 2 hour and 20-minute podcast broken up into 8 episodes, and it will keep you on the edge of your seat. And it stars Quvenzhané Wallace, the Oscar nominee when she was a child. She's grown up now, but boy, is it really good. And John and Phil and I were able to really pull this off with a great writer, Danielle Nicky.
I thought Quvenzhané did a great job, as Bessie. She kind of looks like Bessie, and she's
Yeah.
got that Bessie energy, and I really enjoyed working with her and Tanya. And so, currently, I'm developing a couple of genre pictures that are similar to, Mr. Freeze's style, voice, brand, whatever you want to call it. I mean, he produced a picture called Cat People. I believe it was originally Jacques Cherniaw, a noir film, and then Mr. Freeze remade it, I believe, in the 80s. And so
Hmm.
I have a film in development that's kind of like Cat People. It's a genre picture with a director named Isaac Esban. It's called Blood Moon. We're developing that. And I have a creature feature I'm developing with Pete Toby, who's the VFX producer on Avatar. And so I'm packaging some projects, developing them. And I'm also going to be a judge on the Visual Effects Society Awards in February, which I'm very excited about, just because I've produced a lot of visual effects in my career, and I'm in the society, and due to my background in virtual production pipelines and workflows, they tapped me to be a judge. So that's what's coming up for me next. And
That's exciting. That's
thank you.
exciting. I love, we need, well, we'll have a whole segment talking about John and his creature features because he loves horror movies. He is like, I mean, it's such a big genre now. I, I'm not a horror movie person, but because of John, I'm trying to
Well, let
get
me say
into
this. The ones that resonate and stand the test of time are human dramas that have a little fantastical stuff sprinkled in. So if I can hook you with, our strong character, I think that's what is universal. And that's what I think these scripts have is, strong characters that happen to have a supernatural element. So hopefully you'll want to watch that.
I'm getting there.
Thank
Okay, I'm getting there.
you.
Well, as we know, award season is coming up really soon. It's actually already here.
Mhm.
At the first of the year, of course, the Golden Globes kick everything off. And so I've been covering those for a long, long time too. So we tend to go to those. Probably not doing the Golden Globes this year, but we always like to do the Grammys and the Oscars. We're very blessed to be invited to these things. And so, this, I don't know how many years I've been out there on the Oscar red carpet, but boy, it's always a lot of fun.
You've had a
Um,
lot of Hollywood moments at
I've had a
Hollywood
lot of
and
Hollywood
Highland,
moments. Yeah.
and we're going to be talking about what happens because Tanya and I are neighbors. I live at the
Yeah, that's
bottom
the
of the
other thing.
hill. She lives at the top of the hill. She's in a nicer area than me, but whatever.
Oh,
That's
he's just joking,
it's
people.
true, but we are neighbors, and we look forward to sharing with you some Hollywood moments.
John, this is a pleasure to do this with you. We've been
Likewise.
talking about it for a long time. We're always talking. We've always got projects going on. We're working on a couple of really what I think are going to be really good things. I'm not going to talk about them because it's Hollywood. You don't talk about everything. But we'll share as we need to on those. But we're so glad you're joining us. We want to make sure that you tune in, subscribe because you do not want to miss a Hollywood moment.
Thank you, everybody.